Here's what's happening now. Fantastic weather out there, low humidity, but it is going to change soon. We'll look at that straight ahead. Paula.
A brand new healthcare center opening for people who generally don't get real access to healthcare for a very, very specific reason.
Ryan Lochte swimming in hot water after false claims.
Guy pulled out his gun, he cocked it, put it to my forehead, and said, "Get down."
Even after a tearful sit-down with Matt Lauer, the controversy continues.
I was immature and I made a stupid mistake. I'm human. I made a mistake and I definitely learned from this.
Why one of his sponsors has dropped him.
And move over Evel Knievel, why you won't need to say a prayer for this different kind of daredevil. I'm Karen Drew. Those stories and more right now on First at 4.
Live from downtown Detroit. Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Karen Drew. This is First at 4. A 91-year-old man may have saved his own life after shooting a would-be robber. The elderly man was outside a Rite Aid in East Point when the suspected robber started following him. After revealing he was carrying a gun, the elderly man waited to see what the robber would do, and that's when the robber pulled something from his pocket and the 91-year-old man shot him. Now the robber is in the hospital. Police continue to investigate the scene. A murder case dating back to 1983 is once again being investigated. This after police released an age-progressed photo of John Kelly Gentry Jr., seen on the left, who was 30 years old when he was named a suspect in the murder of a 25-year-old woman. Now take a look at the screen. The image on the right is what Gentry might look like today. A nationwide warrant is still out for his arrest. Anyone who may know of his whereabouts is urged to contact Monroe County Police. A blood donor in Oakland County has tested positive for the West Nile virus. This is the first donation of 2016 that tested positive for West Nile. This isn't the first case in Michigan, though, as someone tested positive in Livingston County earlier this year. Now, the health division is telling everyone to be extra careful about mosquito bites, especially those people over 50. The division requests bug spray, long sleeves, and closing your windows. Michigan State Police stepping patrols to track down drunk drivers and get them off the streets. We are in the middle of the annual Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign. This year, from now through September 5th, officers will conduct extra drunk driving enforcement across the state. Now police are determined to keep more drivers safe.
The deputies and officers that are out are going to be specifically looking for drunk drivers, but also while they're out there, it's looking for the distracted drivers, people not paying attention, aggressive driving. This is something that we do on a daily basis.
The extra officers will be on all major roadways across Michigan's 83 counties for the next 2 weeks. Sometimes it's hard to return to work on a Monday when it's so gorgeous like this, Ben. It is great out there.
We deserve this, Karen. We have been seeing such warm, such humid conditions for so long. Now we've gotten those numbers actually below average outside in the mid to upper 70s. But the big difference, of course, is that low humidity. Not much of a breeze out there in some cases. Southwest at 8 there in Ann Arbor, Lapeer 9 miles an hour. A little bit more of a south wind as we head towards midweek, but tonight cool and comfortable. Rain is coming back in the forecast, at least for Wednesday and Thursday. We'll talk timing on this, but the upcoming weekend looking good, so we're not going to waste any time getting back to the nice stuff. Also coming up, we'll take a look at your 4-zone forecast. As always, go to our website and click on Detroit.com to find your zone, and we'll have your forecast coming up in minutes. Karen.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Ben. First at 4, we're on top of stories making headlines all around the world on your Monday afternoon. Mourners in Turkey are now lashing out at the government, Kurdish separatists and terrorists, following a deadly and devastating suicide bombing at a wedding over the weekend. The blast ripped through the outdoor celebration Saturday night, killing 54 people. Today, officials said among the dead were 22 victims under the age of 14. Turkey's president blames ISIS for the attack, saying the group sent a young suicide bomber into the wedding. Mourners blame the president. ISIS has not claimed responsibility. Some say this next story mirrors Flint as a cleanup to remove lead from a public housing complex in Indiana continues. More than 1,000 people, predominantly African American and Hispanic, living in the West Calumet housing complex say they are on edge. The outrage happened after signs went up this summer warning them to not allow children to play in the yards. That's after the EPA found soil in the yards were showing lead contamination, said to have come from aging factories between 1906 and 1985. Today was the first day of school for young students living in areas of Miami where the Zika virus is spreading. The first day back comes as Miami Beach's mayor is asking for more federal resources to help fight the virus. President Obama requested $1.9 billion in emergency funds to develop a vaccine and control mosquitoes. Meantime, state health officials are at schools in the affected zones where free repellent and also long sleeve uniforms are being passed out to students. Olympic medal winning American swimmer Ryan Lochte is paying a price, I should say, for making up a story about being robbed at the Rio Olympics. Devin Skillion joins us now with more on that, and this price can be measured in dollars, Devin.
Exactly right, Karen. I don't know that you had to be following the Olympics all that closely to be aware of what's been going on with the Ryan Lochte story and how all of this unfolded. But 12-time Olympic medal winner Ryan Lochte admitted he made up a story about being robbed at gunpoint. This morning, one of his sponsors dropped him, and this afternoon, you might say the other fin dropped. Let's get you caught up. Lochte left Brazil and came home before his story blew up, of course. Evidence showed he and 3 swimming teammates had a confrontation with security guards at a gas station restroom. Well, this morning, the swimwear company Speedo, they cut ties with Lochte, saying his behavior runs counter to the company's values. Speedo is going to donate $50,000 to Lochte's fee to a children's charity in Brazil. This afternoon, Ralph Lauren said it would not renew contracts with Lochte. And on the Today Show this morning, seen here on Local 4, Lochte expressed regret.
What would you say to them now?
I'm embarrassed for myself, my family, especially those guys, USA Swimming, the whole Olympic Games, everyone watching. It's just, I was immature and I made a stupid mistake.
The U.S. Olympic Committee may not be done with him either. They say they could take further action against Lochte, including the possibility that he might be banned from ever representing the United States in competition again. Now, in the last Olympic year, 2012, Lochte earned more than $2 million from sponsorships. Winning Olympic medals can be as good as gold, certainly. Michael Phelps reportedly earned $12 million in endorsements last year before his record-breaking performance these past 2 weeks in Rio. So even more of a payday coming in for him, but the very expensive decisions made by Ryan Lochte in Rio.
Expensive lesson that is. All right. Thank you, Devin. Federal judge in Texas is now blocking bathroom rules meant to allow transgender students to use the restroom of their choice. Judge Reed O'Connor granted a nationwide injunction late Sunday, temporarily blocking a guidance from the Obama administration covering students in public schools. 13 states, including Texas, had appealed to courts, arguing the guidance is unconstitutional. During a period of unprecedented advances in rights and acceptance for some LGBTQ folks around the United States, the silent crisis present in the lives of far too many LGBTQ youth in Detroit has deepened. Paula Tutman takes a closer look this afternoon at a new center that aims to be a place of comfort for those that need it.
So medical care can be a really tough get if you are homeless, or even if you don't feel like you have access to medical care because of how you identify yourself. If you feel like you're being looked at differently or treated differently. Well, that is about to change for transgender youth. Outside the Ruth Ellis Center in Highland Park, the Henry Ford Health System's mobile health unit, all of the modern conveniences, steps away from the center that has wrapped its arms around young people who identify differently than the physical gender they were assigned to when born.
It's extremely uncomfortable for young people who go to most mainline service providers in the health arena because they are misgendered, they are often insulted, and misunderstood.
The Ruth Ellis Center has always been a haven for young people at a crossroads, LGBTQ or lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, the Q for questioning. But the question for many is, where do I go for a basic flu shot or medical care where I won't be treated differently because I feel differently about myself or look different? Why do you need your own center for that. I mean, healthcare is healthcare, right?
Yeah, well, you know, we would hope that that would be true, but I think the reality is that for a lot of these young people, traditional healthcare spaces aren't affirming to them, they aren't accessible.
With a partnership with Henry Ford Health System, healthcare changes in a very real way.
When you're dismissed simply by virtue of who you are, you're not going to come back. You're not going to access all of the health care services that are available to you or that you really need or deserve.
The Ruth Ellis Center, nationally renowned for its work and recognized by the White House, has evolved from a community center to a one-stop care center. The Ruth Ellis Health and Wellness Center.
So these are the exam rooms. This is
the first healthcare setting of its kind in the country, where the evolution from emotional and community support has turned into medical support as well, with a new clinic and a new dynamic. Today, pardon my dust, as the finishing touches on the revamped center. This will be medical care for LGBTQ youth who've been accessing services at Ruth Ellis.
This is a new area of medicine, so that's the other piece of it, is that there aren't a lot of doctors who feel comfortable or excited to provide this care.
Of course, they're still raising money. They always need help and they need volunteers. But what they're trying to do is really use this community center as a one-stop place, a place where people can get the care that they need without question at all. Paula Tutman, Local 4.
Definitely an impressive center. Thank you so much, Paula. Ahead first at 4. 2 Olympians didn't win the gold, but they are being rewarded for their acts of kindness. How the duo were honored. Plus Perfect Pup, the Today Show introduced us to their newest puppy with a purpose. What his job will be once his training is over. Dr. McGeorge.
Well, Karen, what to consider when helping your child pick a sport this fall. Plus, the best approach when it comes to your teenager's weight, and it may not be what you think of the latest recommendations coming up.
Coming up all new on Local 4 News at 5 and 6.
5 men from Metro Detroit up in Traverse City working a job, but 3 of them won't ever be coming home. The emotional interview with one of their families on Local 4.
Oh, Ben is back. It is good to see you. I missed you these past couple of weeks. Well, I mean, I did see you in the newsroom, but we weren't on First at 4 because of the Olympics.
Right. I mean, we've been doing a show. It's
we
just
were on the web, but we weren't right here.
That's right. We're
a little different.
Back in the old stomping grounds.
Old stomping grounds, and good news.
Yeah. Weather-wise,
nice forecast this week.
Fantastic. And it's going to keep going, at least for the short time being. We're at 75 right now at Metro. Very comfortable conditions. Of course, temperature's not telling the whole story because it's that humidity that's low. It's making making everything very crisp out there this afternoon. And this morning got a little bit of fog. This is out in Ray Township, hanging out above a soybean field. I don't think that we're going to see any issues with fog tomorrow morning. Everything's starting to dry out. We don't have any rain in the forecast, so that's good news. We do have a few clouds, but they're non-threatening. Just some cumulus clouds have been hanging out mainly in our northern zones and at least the northern sections of our metro zone. But those will be fading pretty quickly as we head towards sunset. We should be under clear skies tonight as we head towards tomorrow morning. Even when you broaden out the satellite view, there is just a whole lot of nothing out there. You got to go all the way out to the Rocky Mountains to find any organized showers out there around Denver. So tonight, as we clear things out, temperatures again are going to be pretty cool and crisp. Tomorrow we're going to be on the dry side, keeping humidity low. Start to transition though on Wednesday. That's where we're going to start to see thunderstorm chances return, probably not until the evening hours, and those are mainly going to be in our west zone and maybe our south zone as well. But once we get into the evening, just about everybody's going to get a shot, at least at a shower or a passing thunderstorm. Cold front will cross through on Thursday, and that will change things back. But your forecast tonight in our 4 zone, looking at overnight lows, those are a lot of 50s. The only places that still may hang on to at least 60 degrees are going to be right around the city of Detroit. In our south zone, especially once you get out to the west here, Morenci, Onstead, Adrian, 53 degrees for that overnight low, and of course humidity low everywhere. Western zone, not much different, little bit milder here towards 275. Novi, you'll be at 56. Canton checking in at 57 for an overnight low. And in our north zone tonight, we'll see some slightly milder temperatures here, at least towards Lake Huron, with Lexington, Port Huron, and St. Clair all at 57, and then inland areas starting to cool off a little bit more, 54 in Lapeer tomorrow morning. Here's your forecast tomorrow with a lot of sunshine. we are going to see the low humidity stick around. So even though the temperature is getting back to 83, it's still going to be relatively comfortable outside. No huge warm up in the forecast over the next 7 days. In fact, 83 is as warm as it gets. Humidity will come back though. Wednesday, late, and especially Thursday, but then drop again as we go into the weekend. Saturday and Sunday look fantastic. Plenty of sunshine around, low humidity, and temperatures just warm enough to remind you it is still summer. Karen?
Yes. All right. Thank you, Ben. In good health, we're talking about promoting a healthy approach to weight and body image, and that's the key here. Yeah. Healthy approach, especially for teenagers, and how parents deal with that, because that's a big topic.
It really is, Karen. You know, studies actually show that involving families in treating weight problems is much more effective than concentrating only on working with struggling adolescents. And in fact, teens whose parents focus on healthy eating rather than weight are less likely to be obese or develop an eating disorder. So the American Academy of Pediatrics really recommends that parents discourage dieting, promote a positive body image, and have more family meals and avoid talking about weight as the focus of the attention.
I know my girls react to that because I'll always say, look at these green vegetables, you're going to get muscles, or you're going to get energy, and you talk about it in a positive way.
Exactly, and try and build those behaviors in.
Yeah. And you have to talk about exercise too, though, when you start talking about being healthy, but then you have to find, you know, what works right for a child.
Yeah, finding the right sport is kind of a trick, and right now, of course, this is the time that parents are trying to decide what kind of sports their kids are going to be doing this fall. So, in addition to helping children stay fit, experts say participating in organized sports can help teach lifelong lessons.
They need to learn the traits that will help them evolve in the workplace. They'll learn teamwork, communication, dedication, and grit. A little bit of competition is good for the kids, learning how to lose gracefully. I think that's a good 8-year-old milestone for every kid to learn.
Now, when picking a sport, keep your child's personality in mind, whether they would, for example, play on a team or do something individual. And you know, even if your child isn't particularly athletic, there are activities like chess that still have that competitive aspect. And ultimately, it's about finding something that your child will enjoy and stick with and teach them good sportsmanship and social interaction.
Good advice. We like that. All right, thanks, Doc.
Thanks, Karen.
At First at 4, no need to say a prayer for this adventurer. What the man behind this stunt does for a living that has jaws on the floor. Get ready. We're talking about a student prank, and it's not uncommon for kids to pull shenanigans at school, but it is pretty unique for them to involve crocodiles. We have got the video, and we're showing it to you next. All right, time now to take a look at our trending stories, and this one, I don't know if you just saw right there, that's an actual crocodile going through a window. It happened in Australia. Some young men apparently let the crocodiles loose inside a high school's administration building. Security footage shows the 4 suspects with their heads covered forcing their way into the college. Police said the men then pushed 3 female crocs, ransacked an office, and left. Now, those crocodiles were undernourished and had their mouths taped up when rangers rescued them.
Oh, Australia.
Oh, here we go. A daredevil pastor in New York is at it again. Over the weekend, a crowd was watching as John Mercury Morgan used a ramp to jump over a helicopter on the ground and then through a wall of fire. Take a look at that. The stunt performer is a pastor at the Faith of Fire Fellowship in Rochester, New York. Last month, Morgan jumped through a wall of fire on his motorcycle, and he says his jumps are symbolic of his faith. Even though they finished last, 2 Olympians receive Olympic medals today after an amazing display of sportsmanship.
That looked really awkward. Abby D'Agostino clipped Nikki Hamlin from behind. Hamlin goes down, clearly hurt. D'Agostino fell very, very awkwardly.
American Abby D'Agostino accidentally tripped New Zealand runner Nikki Hamlin during that 5,000-meter race. Now, Hamlin, who didn't want to get up, was helped then by her feet by D'Agostino. Later in the race, Hamlin did the same for D'Agostino. Now, both are being awarded an Olympic sportsmanship medal, which has only been awarded 17 times in Olympic history.
Very cool.
Very cool. All right, take a look. New today, this guy, new member of the Today Show. Very, very cute. 8-week-old black lab made his debut on the show this morning. Now, during his time with the show, The pup is expected to learn a number of commands before he returns to his role as a vet dog, which helps veterans both physically and emotionally.
Commands like wrap and stretch.
I like that. Hurry up. Ahead first at 4, Ernie's Market Sandwich Shop is being honored in a really big way. You definitely want to stop by there for a meal soon, and we'll be talking about them coming up next. Some great news. Ernie's Sandwich Shop has won for Click on Detroit, vote for the best.
Yeah, 9 years running, Ernie's Market has gotten the award, and look at these sandwiches, just fantastic.
Time to eat. We're running out of time. Have a great afternoon.
Loved you, baby.